Hey everyone. So I have something I wanted to talk about today. So yeah, we'll just dive straight into it. It's going to be a bit of a kind of all over the place video, but hopefully it will get some good information across to you all. So I wanted to start with this video is with these guys here. There's one, and there's another right in the back there underneath. Also, sorry, this tank is very murky. I just cleaned it, so probably not the best time to do a video, but you know, YOLO. So yeah, what I wanted to start with on these guys is they're very, very underrated fish. You pretty much won't meet anyone who has a good word to say about them, more or less. But I think they're very, very cool fish in their very cool fish in their own right, and have some nice color and personalities and behaviors and stuff. I don't know where the other one's gone. This is going to be a hard video to film if they all go hide. But yeah, so this is the Chinese algae eater. So that's kind of where I wanted to start off this conversation. And that they are good fish, but sort of there is a reason why no one has anything good to say about them. So kind of the trade name for them in New Zealand we have is just algae eater or golden algae eater, or you know, stuff along those kind of lines, which is, I think, very problematic, because obviously if you think you are, you know, a parent and you walk into a fish store and you've got this new, you know, 30-litre tank, and you're starting to get all these diatoms, and maybe you've got some hair algae going and it's just not looking good. You walk in, you see something called algae eater, of course you're going to buy it. Like, pretty no-brainer. Like, they're only, most places would sell them for like around $10 on average, I'd say, which is obviously not massive, and affordable, and you know, the name would appeal. But you chuck them into your 30-litre tank with your, you know, 5 neons, 1 betta, 1 apple snail, that kind of thing. It's not going to end well. This fish will basically kill everything and then grow too big and die. Pretty much that's how they go. So that's not going to be enjoyable, and it's going to ruin the hobby for a lot of the more casual people out there. And then that's all you hear is everyone's bad experiences, and you lose out on these awesome fish. So with these guys, I think they're a great tank mate for the African cichlids. They obviously will get big enough and boisterous enough to look after themselves. They look super interesting. They'll help eat like random bits of you know, muck that gets all through the tank with the big bossy grumpy African cichlids and that. And so yeah, I think they do definitely have a place, but the problem is, wow, you are beautiful. The problem is a lot of shops, and when I say shops, I'm not, a lot of people, when I do this kind of grumpy talk, thinks I'm talking about, you know, Big Yellow or the other sort of big box like chain stores, where oftentimes the fish departments are run by people who are, you know, high school or just out of high school, don't massively care about fish, or know, like, the person who loves cats is put in charge of the fish department. I mean, yes, that is a problem, but I'm not talking about just that. I think, you know, this is probably going to get me in trouble, but there's a lot of specialist fish stores that should be doing better when it comes to these fish, but in lots of senses and in lots of spaces. So yeah, I'm also just going to walk around and show you some African cichlids, because it's going to get boring looking at the same tank over and over again. So yeah, we can look at these guys. Sorry, I just moved the ladder. So yeah, I don't think that we do a lot of these sort of fish justice, really. And people sell these fish as, you know, your cleaner fish or whatever, gets it out the door, and, you know, someone buys, you know, a packet of algae wafers, the fish, and a plant. it's a good little sale, whatever. But then they go home, nothing works. This Jhonni's fine. It was, when I got it, it was a rescue, and it was on death's door. But it is bouncing back slow and steady, but it takes time. So yeah, if anyone wants this Jhonni for free, you can have it, but I am rescuing it in the process of. So yeah, they are, a lot of shops I think need to be doing better about where their fish end up, what sort of fish, etc. Like, and yeah, not just the big box stores, like fish shops need to do better. And that's not, I'm sure I have made plenty of bad sales, I'm sure. I'm only human, I make mistakes, I mishear something or misunderstand or learn about something new after the fact, this kind of thing. And if that happens to you, if I say something non-suitable or misidentify something or anything like that, tell me. Mistakes happen, so if it's a mistake, no problem. If it's something that I didn't know or different opinion about, I would love nothing more than to have these discussions with you guys. So yeah, they are, I think there's a lot to be done in this space. And I think it is, I don't think it should be, but I guess we have to look at this algae filled tank, my bruschetta and Le Lupai. Yeah, it's not very pretty. I haven't cleaned it out yet. But yeah, I think unfortunately it's not the way it should be, but unfortunately it is the responsibility of the consumer to tell the retailer where you're buying your stuff from, this isn't good enough, this fish is not suitable for my tank, or you gave me some wrong information or whatever. Obviously be nice about it, and like if you did that to me, and so like an example that's very real to me is I used to sell pea puffers for just that you could put one in a 30-litre tank. Now, just from talking to other people who know more about it than me and doing research, etc., it's a bad idea. Pea puffers should be in a group. So if I sold you a single pea puffer, come back and we'll sort you out for a larger group, or swap, all this kind of stuff. So yeah, I think people should be able to go back to the source and say this isn't good enough. And it is a bit of a challenge out there to other stores. If you're selling Chinese algae eaters into 10-litre tanks with a better, stop, basically. I think it is a bit short-sighted. I think the hobby gets a bit, people lose interest if they keep a tank for, this is my big Katango that got a bit of a beating by a blue dolphin in my display, so he's in here recovering, and he will be going back when I get some more fish to spread out the aggression a bit more. So we'll go see that tank. But yeah, I think we should have a bit more of a longer term view of the hobby, where people's success is number one, not that immediate sale. If you set people up for success, they'll spend money, same as anything. Plenty of other hobbies aren't cheap, but people still pay money, like riding motorcycles or having a boat, or exotic plants even, or I'm sure there's thousands and thousands. And I think oftentimes we can get a bit all consumed by the immediate sale right in front of us, which leads people to basically ruins a fish for the entire community, which is the case with the Chinese algae eater. Just people getting forced into the wrong fish for the wrong situation. So yeah, I mean, I'd be interested to hear your guys' thoughts on this topic. I'd very much like to have that discussion with you guys. So yeah, and then the other thing is, if you guys enjoy these type of videos, where it's kind of more of a discussion than a video of whatever's on my mind, I'd love to do more, like even, you know, this kind of podcast type format of just looking at fish and talking about whatever's on my mind. So if you guys let me know what you would like to see more of, or what you thought about this video, or all that kind of stuff, please let me know. I would love nothing more than to talk fish with you guys. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I really look forward to hearing your guys' thoughts on this video. So yeah, happy fish keeping. I will catch you later.